And we're back. So what I will share again, and I was laughing about this to a mate of mine, and we were talking about the M4 as a car and what a machine it actually is. That car used to freak me out. Like, I kid you not. That car, guys, give me a second. That car used to freak me the hell out. I'll be honest, I was really proper scared sometimes when I used to get into the car because it had so much power. There was a point where I did a dyno and I got crazy power. I think I got over like 430 something kilowatts on the wheels. It was ridiculous, and every time I put my foot down, I'm already at like 160. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And I actually used to feel scared to get into the car and to actually drive it, because the honest truth is I'm a really good driver and I've done all these training courses, but at the same time I'm not a race car driver. I'm not a pro driver. So in driving the car and driving it on like road conditions, whether it is dry, sunny, raining, it was a bit scary. It is a scary car to drive because of all the power, because of the size of the car, and when you put your foot down, it just wants to play. It literally just wants to play, and you gotta play with it, which is fun. More fun if you know what you're doing, because it's absolutely great. But it is pretty scary. It is pretty scary power. So I want to talk to you guys about the new car that I bought, in replacement of the BMW M4 and in replacement of the Golf 7R. Are you guys ready? So I decided to buy a new car, and I've been looking online for a new car, and really this car here just really reached out to me. I had driven one before, and I'll be honest, I was disappointed. And at the time, my expectations were somewhere else. My expectations were coming out of an M4, up there, like literally up there. And in getting into it, I don't think it stood a fair chance. So I saw this car and it really popped out at me, because you guys may remember I used to own a 235. I used to own a 240 as well. And I decided to buy a new car, and that car is... Are you ready? If you haven't seen it on my social media, I decided to buy a brand new 2018 LCI BMW M2. Now, I know what you're thinking. I really know what you're thinking at this point. Let's take a pause. Now, I've always really been fascinated about the BMW M2, especially the Long Beach Blue Metallic. I've always been fascinated with that car alone. I've been really fascinated to know what it does and why people buy them, why people own them. And in my search for a new car, I was looking at reviews of what people thought about the BMW M2, what it feels like to drive, and every single one I came across was super positive. Every single one I came across said this is in fact the best M car that BMW produces. Now, in hearing that, I was just like, okay, cool. I need to get in one and I need to drive one. I need to give it another chance. Although I had driven one before and I really wasn't impressed while I was looking for a daily driver. You guys may remember, as part of my options, I had an RS3, I had an S3 even, of course the Golf 7R, and I had an M2 as part of those options. But it didn't get very far in my selections, because I ended up looking at a Golf 7R or looking at an RS3. So again, in making this decision to find a daily driver that I can go sideways with, and I tell you, in the M2, I go sideways in literally every single corner, and it makes me feel like a race car driver, and I am not a race car driver at all. I'm a pretty good driver, but I'm not a race car driver. Every corner is just like, ee! And my wife hates it sometimes. She would be like literally on her phone, and she's like, really? While she's banging her head on the chair. So I I really have fun with it, and it's a really cool car. So just back to my thinking and why I in fact made the decision was because I had been fascinated by the BMW M2 and what a pure driver's car it in fact is, or what they said it was, until I got into one and I really got to believe what everyone really says about it. What all the journalists say about it as well is that it is a true M car. Now, the M2 comes with the N55 engine, which is quite an iconic engine. It's known to sound amazing. It's known to be a really strong engine. So again, I felt like I was getting into kind of like a legacy car. A car that would be an absolute like legend in the streets, and I wanted to experience that. Like I wanted to get in one. I wanted to own one more than anything, because I've always been fascinated by the Long Beach Blue, and I said to myself, let me in fact give it a true test. Let me buy a brand new one. Now, I looked online and I got a really good deal, and I bought a brand new one, and I kind of spec'd it out. Like I spec'd it out, and I took some time to really spec the car out into what I wanted it to be. And I tell you, I got the M Drivers pack as part of that. I got the Alcantara on the inside. It came with the blue stitching, obviously the Harman Kardon, the navigation. It came with the carbon fiber parts on the inside, so it really came fully spec'd and kitted out on the inside. Now, the M2 doesn't really come with a lot of options. Essentially, you just get like 3-4 options, and you just click, yep, I want that one, yep, I don't want that one, yeah, I want that one. But those are really key and essential to get. What was quite nice about the M Drivers pack is it has got the extended speed limiter. So typically your speed is limited to, I believe, about 260, and with the M Drivers pack it goes up to 280 kilometers an hour, which is really cool. So for you stock M4s who have a limiter, yeah, I'll say no more. But it comes in a pack, which is quite exciting. I'll really be honest with you guys, I have not taken it to the top yet, but I'm excited to. So essentially the M2 comes with less tech, unlike the M4, but really, was I in it for the tech? I never really was in it for the tech. I'm really in it for the drive, and what I truly wanted was, again, a daily driver that is an M2 kind of M4 spirit that I could drive every single day and go sideways with. That's literally what I wanted in a nutshell, and I feel like I've got it. To be honest with you guys, if I look at my happiness levels, and I say that as it is, my happiness levels between the M4 and the M2, I've had the M2 for about 2 months now, but I've been so happy with it, and the joy that it brings me is absolutely crazy. So often people say to you, to rather me, why did you go from an M4 to an M2? Like, why did you downgrade? And the truth is, it's not a downgrade. It's actually an upgrade. The M4 may be like highly spec'd, bigger car, more expensive, and the M2 cheaper. But the joy you get out of both of them, I think it's a perfect combination. It's a perfect daily. The M2, like from its weight to the steering, to the suspension, to the power, I think it's really perfect in proportion to everything that the car comes with. I think it's really perfect, and I don't see it as a downgrade. I actually see it as an upgrade, because I'm so much happier with the car and its performance, and I haven't even modified the car. I haven't even touched it. I haven't done anything. All I've done to the car is add some carbon fiber bits. That's literally it. That is literally it to the car. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a daily driver that I didn't have to play with a lot, but still get like ample performance from it. So as part of my search, I was looking at an M2 competition pack and looking at an M2 LCI. Now, in my decision, I kind of decided that I don't want an M2 competition. The M2 competition has an M4 engine. Why would I buy another M4 in a different body? It didn't make sense to me. It actually still doesn't make sense to me. I really wanted a different car, wanted a different drive. So at the time, I just said the M2 LCI is going to be the perfect combination. It's going to be the perfect car that I'm looking for, and I can turn it into the perfect car, especially because the M2 is so easy to modify. That's what I like about it. So easy to modify, and my goals and my intentions is to certainly modify it in the next 6 months and to have some fun. But for now, I'm really enjoying owning a brand new car. What I've often done is I've often bought demos, and I tell friends all the time, I don't believe in buying a brand new car unless you're planning to keep it for a very long time. And that's what I'm planning to do with the M2. I'm planning to keep it for a very long time. Ask me after 2 years, I don't know. I may change my mind, but I am planning to keep it for quite some time. Now, you may be asking yourself, why did I sell my BMW M4 and my Golf 7R? Because it was like next level. Why did I do that to just buy an M2? Now, if you know me well enough, you will know that I am not just buying an M2. There is another car that I've got my sights on, and again, it will be another dream revelation. It's a car that I've always wanted. It's a big step for me. It makes me a bit nervous even thinking about it, because not only is it going to cost me a lot, but it is a car that I've, again, never imagined owning. Even right now, just the thought of actually owning this car is scary. It is like very scary. It's like nerve-wracking. Nothing I've ever actually thought about before or imagined, but I see myself there. What I typically do is I kind of faith it till I make it. So I really believe so hard and so deep in my spirit that I am going to own this car, and it definitely happens 100% of the time. So it's really a big purchase. Definitely one of the biggest purchases I've ever made. Literally buying a house in car form. It is literally huge, and I've wanted this car for the longest time. It is my dream car. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Again, when I see it on the road, I'm always like, that's my car. And when I own mine, it's going to look like this, and I'm going to tweak that. I'm going to do that. So I really cannot wait to have a new garage. The whole point of this and the whole point of selling my cars was to create a new garage. So going into the next 2-3 years, I really wanted my garage to look different. To really look different, and for the mistakes that I had previously made before and modifying and things like that, is to really rectify those. So I'm really excited for what my new garage is going to look like. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I've been looking online. I've been seeing a few dealerships just to find this car and the spec that I am looking for. And I assure you, when I see it, I will buy it. I definitely will buy it. I haven't seen one that has reached out to me as yet. So I'm quite excited to get into it. So I've got a few options at the moment that I am looking at. I'm not too sure which one I'm going to go with, but it is one brand, and this brand really creates and builds some phenomenal cars, and I can't wait to, in fact, own one. So I'm still looking for that. That's definitely coming. But for now, I really want to enjoy the M2. I really want to have loads of fun with it. I really want to play with it. I really want to enjoy it as a car, because I really feel like it is small, it is nimble, it is fun, and I enjoy it every single day, even driving to work. I used to feel that the M4, I couldn't enjoy it as much because I just felt like I would end up like just behind a pole or I'd hit something. But with the M2, like, I just feel like even with the body and how the car feels, I'm enjoying that a lot. Now, I'm still going to do a review on the M2 just so you guys can get to see it, and I can tell you guys everything I love about the car and tell you guys what I really don't like about it. I don't feel like there is a perfect car out there. there will be one or two things that you don't like about the car, but hopefully those will be things that you can live with. So I will be doing a further review, and you guys can get to check it out as well, because I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. It is such a sexy car. It is really, really, really such a sexy car, and I'm really so happy with it. A lot of my friends that own M3s and M4s and M5s and M6s, etc., I've been telling them I'm enjoying this car so much. In fact, I'm enjoying it as a pure driver's car more than I ever did enjoy, I think, the M4. And it's quite scary to me because I kind of feel like I love the M4 like a lot, like too much, in fact. But this car in such a short space of time has made me fall in love with it. Now, it's so funny. Some people are just like, yeah, baby M, oh, so cute. Don't care. I really don't care. It's really, and I would say this to anyone who's looking to buy one, it's really about what you want. And how you feel. It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. You're going to be driving it at the end of the day. You're going to be enjoying it. So all that matters is what you have planned for the car and what you want to get from the car. So I'm really, really loving it. I can't wait for you guys to check it out and for me to, in fact, do a full review on the car. But what I will say is that I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it so much. It could possibly be one of the best cars I have ever owned. I'm not too sure, but it's certainly one of the best M cars that I've had the opportunity to, in fact, drive. Really, really cool. What I love about it as well is, again, and I'm not trying to review it right now, but it's really the rarity of the M2s. There are so many M4s around Joburg. Like, there are a lot. They literally are a lot. M4s, M3s. It's like a student card, you know what I mean? A lot of people got it, and I love really the rarity of the M2s. I don't often see them on the road. I probably see like one a week if I do, but M4s and M3s you see all the time. So I quite like that about the M2 as well, and just how sexy it in fact looks. Like, I love it. What's cool, again, and I kind of used to be scared about it, is that my wife can drive the car as well. She used to drive the shit out of the Golf 7R, which I used to love, because I used to just be sitting at home, maybe playing FIFA or something like that, and I'd just hear like wah, 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 and I used to be like okay. And she used to come home and I used to be like, you had some fun, didn't you? And she's like, what? Loved it. So she can get to drive the M2 as well. And again, with the M4, I didn't feel like she could drive that. She felt really scared to drive it, because every single time you drive it, it's literally sliding and breakdancing everywhere. So it's really, really cool. It's been such a cool car to live with. But I'm really excited, and I won't share any more. I'm really excited for you guys to come with me on the review. Along with the M2, we also purchased another sort of sports car as well. Nothing too hectic, but really an incredible daily driver, which I'm enjoying driving as well, which we'll also get to review. So the garage is changing quite a bit, and there's a lot going on in the garage, but I'm really excited for the goals that we have for the M2, but also, again, for that big boy car that we are going to get. That's really going to change the face of this page, and also going to literally change our lives. It is huge. It is huge. It is so huge, and it's going to be so awesome. I really can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm really sore that I had to let go of the M4, and around the same time I made a decision, a spontaneous decision, to let go of the Golf 7R as well. And I literally saw them as they are, with all the spend that I had done on the cars. I literally saw them as they are, to look at something new, to really start afresh. And I'm so happy with my decisions. I'm really so happy with my decisions and what is to come. You guys do not know what's gonna hit you. You don't. You think you know, but you don't. You just don't. You don't. You think you know, but it's don't. There's like a young inception going on there on my social media, but it's really going to be huge, and I absolutely cannot wait for you guys to join me on that journey. So once again, thank you very much for watching. This is Cars and Things, and my name is Coco at the Coolest Coco on social media. So if you really like our content and the videos that we put out, it's really for the love. Please make sure that you like, please make sure that you subscribe to the page for more content to come your way. Next to the subscribe button, that you will see that there's a little bell. Click on that bell to just get a notification every single time we drop a new video, because we're going to be dropping a lot more often. So I've been really busy getting married and all those things, but I am back to the content. I'm energized, invigorated. I'm excited to be putting out all this content and sharing all the awesomeness with you guys as well. So please make sure that you like, please make sure you subscribe, and stay tuned and come through again to join us at Cars and Things. Till next time, guys. Peace!